Alright, so real talk. The App Store has millions of apps, millions, and somehow most of us are still using the same 5 apps we downloaded 3 years ago. Today, I'm changing that. I found 5 iOS apps that most people have genuinely never heard of, but once you try them, you're not going back. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Slim Hoodie. I keep it simple and honest over here, no hype. If you find this useful, hit that like button and subscribe. It actually helps more than you think. Alright, let's get into it. So here's the thing. I'm always checking out the App Store looking for stuff that's actually useful, not just the apps that Apple puts on the front page because someone paid for that placement. And I always find a few hidden gems that not a lot of people talk about. These 5 apps are exactly that. They're not flashy, and I don't know many people that use them, but they solve real problems that you probably deal with every single day. Let's go through them one by one. Alright, first up, Moneystats. And before you go another budgeting app, just hear me out for a second. Most budgeting apps want you to hand over your bank login credentials and trust some random server with your entire financial life. And look, maybe that's fine for some people, but it's always kind of felt weird to me personally. Now, what Moneystats does differently is that your financial data stays on your device. Your privacy is genuinely a priority here. You enter your transactions manually, which sounds annoying at first, but honestly, it makes you way more aware of where your money is actually going. There's something about typing in, me going to Target and spending $47. That hits different than just watching a number change automatically. You can manage transactions and bank accounts, create budgets, track expenses and income, categorize transactions, and see everything laid out in clean charts and graphs. There are also financial forecasts, savings goals, and support for different currencies. And my favorite feature is the fact that, for example, today is the 9th of March. And I can look ahead of today and set future expenses and income to accurately track how much money I'll have any day or months ahead. And as you can see, as I have some expenses that will be coming in the future, I see how much money is left over, and that helps me not overspend or not go over my budgets on a day-to-day basis. And none of the other apps that I tried out had this feature. Now, the free version covers most people, and the pro version is a one-time fee of under $12 to unlock everything. And one of the other good things about this app, which I love, is that once you pay for that extra feature, I believe it's $3, it lets you sync across devices, across iOS devices, so your phone, iPad, and Mac. Okay, number 2 is Solve, and this one is for everyone who's ever opened the default iPhone calculator, stared at it, and then just Googled the math instead. Because the default calculator is fine for basic stuff, but the second you need to figure out a tip, split a bill 6 ways, convert units, or do anything slightly real world, it just kind of falls apart. Solve fixes that. It's a smart calculator where you type in equations. For example, you literally type 20% of an $85 restaurant takeout dinner and it figures it out. It also keeps a history of all your previous calculations so you can scroll back and reference them. That sounds small, but is genuinely useful when you're in the middle of something and need to check a number from 2 minutes ago. The iPhone stock calculator does keep the history now, but not across devices like this app. For instance, I can do a calculation on my iPhone, and then I can switch over to my iPad or my Mac and then pull up the app, and it'll have the calculation that I did in the iPhone. It will have it right there on my iPad as well, or on the Mac. Who's this for? Honestly, everyone. Students, freelancers, people splitting dinner, people traveling and converting currencies, anyone who does real world math on their phone, which is basically all of us. Once you use it, the default calculator just feels like a step backwards. That's really all I can say about it. Alright, number 3, and this might be the most impactful one on the list, just because of how much time you spend using it every single day, and that's Swiftkey. It's a third-party keyboard made by Microsoft. The default iOS app keyboard, and I say this respectfully, not great in my opinion. The autocorrect makes decisions that nobody asked for, the predictions feel generic, and if you've ever had it autocorrect a word you use all the time to something completely wrong, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Swiftkey's autocorrect actually work, and there are way fewer accidental keystrokes. They even show you a tap map, a visualization of how it's adjusted your keyboard layout for your specific typing patterns over time, which is dope to me. It supports over 500 languages and lets you switch between them seamlessly without any manual toggling. You also get swipe typing, emoji suggestions, GIF integration, and voice to text. And in 2026, Microsoft has built Copilot AI directly into the keyboard, making predictions smarter and and more personalized. And it's a really cool keyboard, and I've been using it recently day to day. It's replaced the stock iOS keyboard. Now, one honest heads up, iOS is still a little restricted with third-party keyboards, so your password fields will still default back to the Apple keyboard. But after that, for everything else, texting, emails, notes, social media, Swiftkey is just better, and it's completely free. No subscription, no catch. So if autocorrect has ever made you want to throw your phone across a room, download this app. Number 4 is paste, and this one is going to make a lot of sense the second I explain the problem it solves. Your iPhone clipboard remembers exactly one thing at a time. Copy something new and whatever you had before is just gone. Most of the time that's fine, but you know that feeling where you copy a link, go to paste it somewhere, and then you realize you accidentally copied something else in between, and now that link is just lost forever. Yeah, paste fixes that. Paste keeps everything you copy organized and searchable. It's lightweight, intuitive, packed with smart features, and private by design. Your data is stored locally and in your own private iCloud account. So you've got a full history of everything you've copied. Links, addresses, phone numbers, text, snippets, all searchable, all right there when you need them. They also added shared pinboards in a recent update, which basically turns your clipboard into a collaborative space. You can share research with teammates or save links with friends with control over exactly what you share and who can see it. No switching back and forth. Just tap what you need and paste it. It is an annual subscription app at $29.99, which is about $3 a month. I know that sounds like a lot for a clipboard manager, but if you copy and paste things regularly throughout your day, you definitely want to get this app, and the time it saves genuinely adds up. So again, if you've ever lost something you copied before you accidentally copied something else, download this app. And the last one, Spark, the email app that makes you actually want to open your inbox. If you know me, I barely ever check my emails, but this app actually changed that, where I wanted to go into my emails and keep checking because it felt so good and it's so intuitive. Spark has become a top choice for people looking to actually manage your inbox with smart features because it combines thoughtful design with tools that streamline everyday tasks and AI that helps you stay organized, whether you're managing one account or juggling multiple. The smart inbox automatically sorts your emails so actual messages from real people land at the top and newsletters and notifications go where they belong, not in the trash, just out the way. Then there's a gatekeeper feature, which is honestly my favorite feature. Instead of letting every new address land directly in your inbox, Gatekeeper screens messages from senders you haven't emailed before and it asks whether you want to accept or block them. And the sender never knows they've been filtered. Spam callers for your email, basically. And on the other side, with the AI features, Spark can help you write, understand, search, summarize, and translate emails. You tell it what you want it to say, it drafts the whole thing. You just review and send. And it works across iOS, macOS, and all your devices for Apple. Start an email on your phone, finish it on your laptop. Everything is right there. Free plan covers most people, and the premium with all the AI features is about $7.99 a month. If your inbox stresses you out and you want it to just not, download this app. Alright, that's the 5. Moneystats for your finances, Solve for your math, Swiftkey for your keyboard, Paste for your clipboard, and Spark for your inbox. None of these are sponsored, by the way. I'm not getting paid to say any of these. These are just apps I think are genuinely useful and not talked about enough, which is kind of the whole point of this channel. All 5 are in the App Store right now. Links are in the description. If you found this useful, hit the like button. It actually helps the channel more than you think. And subscribe if you want more of this. I drop honest, simple tech content every week. No hype, just the stuff worth knowing about. Drop a comment and let me know which one you're downloading first. I'm Slim Hoodie. Peace.